In this second part, we will see the early struggle of Anwar Ibrahim as an Islamic revolutionist student adhering to the teachings of well-known Arab and Pakistani scholars. But in the end, he became a tool to IIIT and the RAND Corporation, which is a think tank based in America. The objective is to collapse Islam itself. To achieve the goal, the system must be torn down in the name of human rights and democracy. Although the PKPIM was not in the forefront, but the elements of radicalism were beginning to be seen in campus. Students who did not wear a scarf were made a mockery, laughed at and looked at cynically. Chinese liquor shops nearby were set ablaze. After May 13, the Malaysian student movement became more active, not only in University Malaya, but also University Technology Malaysia. Anwar began talking about his understanding and appreciation of the thinking of the lefties. From Herbert Marcuse, Frantz Fanon, Ho Chi Minh, Fidel Castro, and Che Guevara. Anwar made them heroes and believed in their teachings. The old social order has to collapse, even with violence. He talked about what was said by Fanon, wretched of the earth, poverty-stricken earth. One student's demonstration after another was held after the May 13, 1969 incident, and Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak could not allow this situation to continue because he had to restore the people's confidence as well as the world for Malaysia. Anwar and his student activist colleagues were arrested in 1974 and detained under the ISA for 2 years. Following his detention, the students and his followers, as well as foreign representatives in the university, especially from the Arab countries, began to see Anwar's potential as someone who could move anything. He is a rebel. Harbi missionaries from Iraq began to take interest in him. Their representative, Ahmad Al-Hajj Totonji, met Anwar. Anwar no longer got local attention, but also from other countries. He was seen as having the potential to be a future country leader, and aid from foreign funds started pouring for him to build a stronger bridge for his Islamic revolution. Outside the campus, PAS was moving aggressively, but Anwar did not show his interest to them, despite the presence of his close friends in the party. Kota Star Member of Parliament Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, also a radical, after being defeated by PAS's candidate Yusuf Rawat in the 1969 election, began to see the dangers of PAS's influence on the Malays, which would ultimately destroy UMNO. He feared Anwar's influence. 9 months after becoming Prime Minister, he succeeded in pulling Anwar to UMNO. Anwar joined UMNO on March 29, 1982, which created an uproar among UMNO members because all this while, as ABIM leader, he had been criticizing UMNO. With the trust given by Mahathir to him, Anwar climbed the ladder fast in UMNO. He was smart in adjusting himself and realized that money was everything to achieve his next aim, as well as to continue to project himself as a fighter of Islam. He smartly handled the nurturing of Mahathir's Islamic values with Madani and claimed that the International Islamic University Malaysia has his own idea and initiative. He built his nest in this university while he was the education minister. When he was finance minister, he set up his network of political funding in the country and abroad. Overseas, there were his old contacts like bankers and financial experts. He befriended high-ranking officers in Petronas and several of its executives. He built his trust from the Western powers by playing up the sentiment of the unhappiness with Mahathir, who always criticized the West. The Western leaders, especially in the United States of America, were very happy when Anwar told them in 1990 that there would be a change in his country and Mahathir would soon be gone. With that, Anwar was assisted by IIIT.
IIT berperanan untuk meliberal dan mempluralkan orang Islam di dunia Islam.
Meanwhile, the RAND Corporation's role was to promote democracy as a means for a regime change.
RAND Corporation ini semua orang kita tahu ialah badan pemikir Zionist Christian yang ditubuh sejak daripada Perang Dingin dahulu. Target mereka ialah Islam. Maka RAND Corporation dengan kerjasama intelektual Amerika Zionist Christian bahawa membina satu pemikiran bagaimana untuk menghadapi Islam. Bagi mereka Islam. Sebab Huntington jelas bahawa ada clash of civilization yang dinafikan oleh Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Dia tidak ada clash. Oleh kerana dia kata tidak clash kerana dia pemikiran liberal seperti mana kumpulan yang RAND Corporation. Agenda mereka ialah mencari kumpulan yang boleh meruntuhkan sistem negara itu atas nama membina demokrasi. Itu jelas. Meruntuhkan sistem negara itu atas nama demokrasi.
In 1993, he began to see the easy way of ousting Mahathir, either through diplomacy or violence. To ensure it could be implemented smoothly, he controlled the print and the electronic media and used them to convince the people that Anwar is the savior. On the next part, the turbulence of power between Anwar Ibrahim and Ghaffar Bapa.